Aziz. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Yeah, you know what that is? Yeah. See that? And that looks a lot like that, don't it? It's amazing how they display what they're all about. They show you right in their face, your face, our faces, I should say. Yeah, I believed in it. The same way I believed in wrestling when I was a child. Same way I was taught Santa was real. All kinds of lies. And they wonder why we have psychological disorders. I'm showing this video today because when I was in Ethiopia, I met a Mason. Actually, a Mason on the run is my opinion. He took the pledge, I guess, and he didn't like what he saw. He didn't like what was going on. He didn't tell me everything, but he did tell me one thing. He told me that when they in their ceremonies in the halls or wherever they do it, when they conjure up the devil, they gather in a circle and they wave their arm about, and while they're doing this in rhythm, they're saying the words Jabula, Jabula over and over again, which is one of the devil's many names, I guess, I'm assuming. Jabula. Which is funny, Ja. So he told me this, and for the longest I always tried to imagine what that might be like, and believe it or not, this video shows this little piece that I got from this guy. I'll show you in a bit. Shaking My Heads Productions. This is a piece of his video. In this video, the ceremony they're doing the same way that this guy told me that they do in so-called secret. They wave their hands, their arms about, and they say Jabula, Jabula, and they go around in a circle, following one another and saying this, chanting this chant to wake up this demonic force or whatever it is that they're getting at, or they use to deceive. Know that the word NASA is a Hebrew word. NASA is actually the word Nasha. And Nasha, ironically, means to take up high. Or one of its meanings, it means to take up high, to go up high. One of the other meanings of the word Nasha is to deceive, to lie to. And it's interesting that in that word Nasha, the meanings, it has more meanings to it, but these two meanings I extracted just to point out that that's one of the things that this NASA is doing. They take up things high. They make you think they go up high, when in fact they're actually underwater, half of the stuff that they're doing, or it's CGI, green screen, which has been proven many times. But here, I'm going to show you how many lies that are right in front of your face, kind of like the child support system that gives them their power. USC code 42666. You see that number 666? That should bother a lot of people, actually, I think, personally. Again, if this Bible stuff was nonsense, they wouldn't be going so far to insult everything about it, and even act out some of the things that are in it. They wouldn't. You need to realize, really grasp and figure out that if ghosts, if paranormal activity is real, and it is real, It's not that I believe. I know it is real. There must be a balance to that. There has to be a balance to that. What is the opposite of ghosts then? You know, what keeps the ghost in check? What keeps, because some of them are demonic. Some ghosts seem to be good and some ghosts seem to be bad. Both exhibiting both the same characteristics, but you gotta, you know, I do research on that stuff. So and on top of that, I've experienced some interesting things that I can only say that it's paranormal, it's God, it's whatever you want to call it. I hate saying those words because they sound so cliche, but that's the only way to explain it, that I can explain it. NASA, you know, or the science, whatever nonsense tells us, you know, all the distance and how things go around the sun. And it's so ironic because almost every other number is 666. And I've known about this for a long time, long time actually, ever since they knew about the landing on the moon was a fake back in the 80s. This also came into play. Anyway, let me show you this like this. It's ironic that this should come up when I'm talking about this. The curve, this fake curve that they like to, they make it seem as if this is taking a live feed. But the problem with this, every time they take these live feeds, is that, or these so-called live feeds going across the earth, is that the clouds never move. They stay stationary the whole time. See, that's a cloud right there? They never move. But this all seems to be moving. You should be able to see all this, all the beaches, all the water movement. It doesn't move. And they'll show you this on Google Earth as if it's real, and it's not. It never moves. Never take this for real. No curve. We are flat. I can't prove that to you. Proved it to myself, but so check this out. What NASA likes to tell us, the distance and slingshot around the sun and all this other nonsense. Check this out. Same as the Daffy Duck syndrome going around. If you believe in that, you believe in Santa Claus. I'm sorry. It's just, that's the reality of it. You know, they've made people believe in Santa Claus again and take it seriously. So here, check this out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see just how evil NASA is. First, we're going to look at Earth's orbital speed around the sun. How fast does Earth move around the sun? 66,600 miles per hour, speed of the globe's orbit. Next, curvature in 1 mile squared. According to Pythagorean theorem, 0.67 feet of drop. 8 inches converted to feet is 0.66667 feet. Curvature in 1
See
mile
that?
squared. Check.
A lot of 666.
Earth's axial tilt, 23.4. But
I think you subtracted or divided.
23.4 and subtract.
Oh, subtracted. My bad.
A right angle. You get, believe it or not, 66.6. Again. Axial tilt confirmed. Now let's take a look at the Antarctic and Arctic Circle.
Check this out. I didn't even know this.
Would you look at that? 66.6 degrees north and 66.6 degrees south.
Finally tonight, she's out of this world. The current commander of the International Space Station about to break a big record tonight. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez.
They call it the Peggy factor, Mission Control's code word for the way superstar astronaut Peggy Whitson always gets the job done.
I love it up here.
Tonight, Commander Whitson making history with her record for any American. By the time she lands in September, her tally will be 666 days.
666 days in space.
The greatest trick the devil ever.
Okay, so right here, I wish I could get that out. Right here, you see how he's flailing his arms about? Later on, what I'm about to show you in a few seconds, they show a better view of this. And what he's doing right here, they all have their Baphomet. Here, let me see if I can get this out of the way. Jeez, he just touches. Anyway, they all have their hands. These are their hands right here. See the hand right here? And they're all pointing it like this into the middle right here. And as they do that, this guy right here is saying Ja Bu La. He's like doing I can't describe it. You'll see when he does it. Just imagine him saying Ja Bu La while they're doing their Baphomet signs, trying to, I don't know, bless the person with whatever it is that their deity that they hope that it protects or does or deceive, whatever, I don't know. But clearly, he's doing the dance here. Ja Bu La, Ja Bu La. And he's probably going to go around in a circle. But later on in this clip, they're going to show this more clear. So watch it. And I'll try to show it outright and I'll stop it afterwards.
Ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
See that? Now watch. These are all glitches that they're going to point out. What they're about to point out in these videos are the glitches that happen in space to show you that they're not in space. They're actually in a green screen, CGI. It's very, very advanced. Makes everything look like it's floating when in fact they're not really there. And you'll see things reappear and disappear. It's because they're in a green screen. And you're going to see a guy with a thing come across soon. Watch. See? The glitch. Watch how she pulls up. See this? It reappears. It's been shown that they're underwater. When it looks like they're in space, they're actually underwater. And that's where you get all these bubbles and stuff. It's deep, man. It's deep. Can you tell if it's in space or underwater? Which one? Look, see back here? I'm gonna show it again. Watch, he's got a harness. If he's in space, why is he... They're all... See, they're making their victory. That means victory. 666. 666. 666. Baphomet. See that? It's their god. See that? Buzz Aldrin. See that? All the people. John Lennon. Red Hot Chili Peppers. They all do it. Watch this. 666. Watch this. Now watch, the dance is going to come up in a second. See this? See this? Ja, boo, la. Ja, boo, la. That's what they're doing. That's a ceremony. Real ceremony. It's a joke, man. I settled for one day to believe in you. Young Mason. Tell me lies. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Lisa. Tell me lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't Anyway, her name is Alicia. Elysium is heaven, and she's gonna be an astronaut going to heaven. That's what her name, Elysium. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong now, but it's her name is related to the word Elysium, which means heaven. I think it's a Greek term or a Roman, or I forgot now. They just know it's in my head. There was a movie with Matt Damon also called the same, I believe. Anyway, this is all about just the lies. That's all. It's just the lies they tell us. They lie, they lie, they lie. They don't care. There's no disgrace to them. We are nothing but bottom feeders to them. Literally, we're bottom feeders. We support them. We work for them. We pay our taxes. We go to work. I mean, we pay our bills, and this is what we get in return. Literally. It's a funny thing how much we are persecuted when we, don't pay our taxes or evade the law, or don't come in the court, or don't come in for a court hearing or something like that. It's amazing. It's just amazing. I don't know what the real message is here at all, to tell you the truth. All I can do is just point out what I feel is obvious. And not obvious to everybody, but I don't know. Just trying to, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, to be honest with you. I feel I'm doing the right thing. And by showing people these things, I feel like, it wakes them up to something, to make them answer or ask the question, why? Why does that keep happening? Why do they keep using these numbers? I mean, if these numbers were just somehow mythical, then they wouldn't be doing so much. If Yahshua was a myth and wasn't real, then they could have written them out of history. They could have written a lot of stuff out of history, like they've done already. There's lots of things we've forgotten about history. Look at Black Wall Street. Take that for example. And that was recent technically. And how many people technically know about that? If you don't know about Black Wall Street, you should check it out. Just check out what they did, what's been done, and what's still going to be done. But NASA, all those organizations, all this stuff, we're coerced into paying our taxes. You can't get a job without that W-2 form and IRS nonsense. They make you say you got to get this to do that, and that's part of the trick here. That's part of the trick. That's part of how we give up our sovereignty, actually. And there's nothing we could do about it to some degree. You can fight it, but it's a hell to fight it all. It's a hell not to use some parts of the system that we already know. It's hell. So I don't know what else there is to do. Either we got to liberate the system itself and make the system correct, or no, there is no or. I'm not even gonna bother. I just have to point it out, man. You can't have 666 here, 666 there, 666. I mean, come on. You can't have that many times. That's not a coincidence. I mean, it's on purpose. I mean, it's I don't know. Nobody's going to be giving up what they have to live this truth, or to even look at this truth. Now I don't want to say nobody, but the very few. It's very, very few. And again, I believe that to some degree that the Supreme Court may have power over a mandate vaccine or not. And the way I see it, if I understand what I'm understanding, then everything that we're hearing about it being a mandate is just a scare tactic, just to scare the shit out of us. But I also have come across information that shows and says that people the pharmaceutical is actually asking people or paying people $1,500 to take the Daffy Duck syndrome. Yeah. And that's interesting. It's also pointed out that the same number of deaths that happened last year and the last few years is exactly the same number as this year. All they're doing is just taking every death and saying it's a Daffy Duck. So the lies continue, And if I could have my say in it, I'm going to say it, because if there ever comes a day that I got to meet God, if that ever happens, at least one thing I know I'm not going to be blasted on is not telling what I know. I'm doing my best to tell what I do know. I'm doing my best to show you the truth, that this was being done in front of our faces. And if ever comes a day that I face God, I'm not going to get judged for that. I'll get judged for other things, of course, but that's one thing I know I'm not getting judged for. I'm not looking for brownie points or anything like that, but it's a fair thing. It's a fair way to where to be, you know. We're all human beings in this sense. And I don't know, those at the top must not have feelings for some reason or another. I don't understand, why can't they just be rich and wealthy? And, you know, what is more? What more do they want? What is it that they're trying to get from us? What is it exactly? They've got all the power they want. They own all the systems, everything. So I keep asking the same question, no matter how, I don't know, boring it may sound, that I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But what is it that they want? It could be just the fact that we have a soul. It might be that subtle voice in you that they're trying to control. I don't know. But again, I was taught about the Jabula dance that they do in the Masonry, in their little secret society groups, to conjure up the demonic entity. And I can't believe I saw it right there on the shuttle on NASA thing. They're doing it right there, the dance. Jabula, raising their hands left and right, doing a march. You see it. Play it back and look at it again, or go watch the original video. Anyway, just me here again, passing on the message. Sorry, I know it sounds amateur, but you know, who cares? I mean, message is a message right now, the way I see it. But this is the guy. If you want to check out the whole video, it's about an hour and a half long. Shaking My Head Productions. He's really good. He just takes clips from other people and puts them together really good, and tells a very interesting story. But yeah, anyway, inshallah, I hope it all turns out the best for all of us.